You're listening to Get the Chip.
Let me have your top 5 current players in the NBA.
Any position?
Yeah, just the top 5, any position. Your top 5 guys in the league right now.
All right, I got to ask one more question. Are we going based off of how somebody allegedly played, 2 seasons ago? Because we got Steph was hurt, Clay was hurt, KD was hurt. Are we including people like how they played just the last time they played, or are we basing it purely off of this last season?
We're talking about how your view of that person. So it could be the last time that they touched the floor, where you rank them at.
All right. So LeBron is number 1 for me without question. And you know me, we've been talking about hoops since it's 2020 for years, decades, at least 2 decades, right?
Yeah, so at least.
I came around on LeBron, I think about 3 years ago. So LeBron's number 1, but I just wish LeBron would use his size, strength, mentality, knowledge of the game to just to, like, imagine if you put, I hate to do this, but Kobe or Jordan's mind and LeBron's body, like what he would do in just a season is crazy. Like I think LeBron could average 40, 10, and 8 if he wanted, in a season or 2. But anyway, so LeBron's number 1. KD, you just can't do that with KD at all. Like he has to be up there. That's 2. Russ is in the top 5 for me. I just think that at his size, compared to where.
So wait a second, I'm gonna have to stop you. You put Russ at number 3 or top 5?
This is just top 5. Why didn't put them in order? You didn't say order. You want to put order?
Come on, bro. You gotta put them in order.
LeBron's number 1. KD's number 2. Let me put some names out. So I got Russ. I got James Harden. I got Steph. I feel like I'm forgetting somebody. That's 5 right there. Any big man? Any forwards? Like Giannis is not top 5 to me. He's a unique thing, but you can't he's stoppable in the playoffs. Proves that. So I'm gonna go
100%. I agree with you on that. Giannis is not in my top 5.
All right, top 5. Here you go. So you got LeBron, you got KD, you have James Harden, you have, and then my last 2 are Steph and Russ. I have to give a nod to Russ, man. I think Russ, he's showing me that he can play. Russ was killing when he was with KD. He had turnovers. In the opinion of some people, yes, he couldn't defer to KD. Yes, he had ultimate confidence when he had KD on his team. But then that changed. Then he carried the team by himself to the playoffs. Then he got PG and deferred to PG and still averaged triple-double. What was it, 2 seasons maybe? Then he comes to Houston and does it again in a whole different system where, you know what I mean? So to me, that's he's dynamic enough to still do what he has to do and play hard. To me, so that's why I'm giving Russ the nod over Steph, because to me, I've only seen Steph. Once Steph reached his ascension, not just the jumper, but like having a system that was kind of played to his strengths, essentially, I've never seen him be different. And then even though last year he played a little bit by himself, he got hurt and it just wasn't the same. So I haven't seen. And Steph is essentially, since Steph has become a superstar, he has basically always had top 3 best team in the NBA. So yeah, Bron, KD, James Harden, just for obvious reasons from James, Russ, and then Steph. I feel like I'm forgetting somebody, and I'm gonna be upset, but those are my top 5. Who you got?
All right, so here I go right here. So I'm going LeBron at number 1. Also, I think LeBron he's just too dominant, man. Even though I like to go at him, he's not my favorite guy, but I am gonna give him the number 1 spot. At number 2, I got KD right on his heels. So I'm a KD guy. And what's funny about this is that I was not a KD guy until he came to Golden State. I'm a Steph guy. I love Steph Curry. I think Steph Curry he just changed the game, the deep ball, the way he be dancing on people with the handle. It was crazy, man. His MVP seasons were just unbelievable. But when KD came to Golden State, it's just certain things that limit Steph, right? Like he's not that big, and he's playing a game where size really matters. And when I was watching KD night in and night out, just getting buckets on people, just getting to his spot and just pulling up the step back, it's nothing anybody could do. Then he start crossing people. Then he go into the rack and boxing. And then on top of that, then he start dropping dimes. Then he start playing D. And I was just like, man, this dude he's he is legit. So I got Bron at number 1. I got KD right on his heels, like kind of like a 1A, 1B. I'm putting James Harden at number 3, but this is a tough decision. But James, man, he be whooping, and he can. It's crazy. Like the shots and stuff that he takes and makes is just unbelievable. So I got James at 3. At number 4, I'm putting in Kawhi, just because Kawhi be getting buckets and he be locking people down. Like the just how great he is on the defensive end. I'm putting him at number 4. Now my number 5 spot, like I said, I'm a Steph Curry guy. Like I really like Steph, but I'm gonna move Steph down to number 6. Steph is not in my top 5. Now my top 5 spot is very, very, very controversial, but I'm giving my 5th spot to Luka Doncic.
All right, man. We got to talk more about that one.
If you watch this dude, man, the way that he is treating people is unbelievable. Luka got the handle, he got the shot, he's big, he's physical. Like in the bubble, man, he was literally going at Kawhi one-on-one, taking Kawhi to the basket.
And screaming at him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And then he got people like Montrezl Harrell trying to punk him, and he not backing down. I was like, this dude is legit. So Luka is at my 5th spot, and right behind him, I got Steph. But this was not a top 6; it was a top 5. So Luka rounds it off for me.
Yeah, I didn't see.
We hope you enjoyed this episode. Be on the lookout for the next release as we drop new content multiple times a week. Or you could just subscribe so you make sure that you don't miss it.